Hello everyone. First of all, I'd just like to say that this is a very difficult piece of content, so if you can't clear it, don't feel too bad. The rewards aren't too great for how difficult it is either. You just get 100 of each CC, a manual, and a turkey. Maybe some other stuff too, but no gems, so I really don't understand why they made this so difficult, especially with the 180 cost restriction and the driven cerebral classes. And this team probably requires some meat luck, and it requires pinch healing on I have max pinch healing on Vivi Becca. Stampede Nami's not fully maxed, but she does have like 2 or 3 levels of it. You probably want to have a few sockets into recovery boost. I believe I had it at level 2. But yeah, Unevolved Sengoku probably required as well. Because you could try running Unevolved Coliseum Jinbei, but then I believe he loses his blowaway resistance, which is kind of useful on the final stage, as well as it being harder to max special level a Coliseum unit since they have like 15 levels while a rare recruit only has 6 or 7. But this video is just a kind of a loose guide to using this team because it really depends on the orbs you get and how much meat you get, or recovery orbs. I also make quite a few mistakes in this video, like I don't use Barto specials at some points where I could have used it and then it would have been back by the time I used it at another point. I also didn't know what this is kind of a blind run because some of the later stages I couldn't find any information on the internet as what they did after a couple of turns. Like I didn't know Robin binded the crew, so that made it quite difficult. I probably could have used Barto's special before she binded for less RNG reliance. So a bunch of mistakes I made, as well as just I had probably average recovery or luck. But on the final stage I did have to stall because Sengoku's special was nowhere near ready. But I was lucky enough to get 2 recovery orbs on the final stage, so I could stall. Final stage surprisingly does not. It's probably one of the easiest stages. They don't do anything, they just blow away units. I believe it's random, but it could just be the middle left and the bottom right units that they blow away, because that's what they did for me twice. On this stage, the Tontara on the left will blow away your left captain, and the one I just killed, will blow away the right captain. Probably want to stall on the left one because then you can have the Becca. If you have the captains in the other way around, you probably want to stall on the strength Tontara instead. Whenever you want to deal damage to them, you can just swap to Rebecca and then hit with another unit and then hit with Rebecca. That way you can activate the chain lock. When you don't want to deal damage, just hit with Rebecca first because she does the most damage to this Tontara. There are probably a few easier teams than this, but this is probably one of the only ones that doesn't have the new, not the new Viola and Corazon, but the limited rare recruits. This Sengoku shouldn't be too uncommon. If you don't clear your box too often, you should have one honestly lying around. He's pretty old, rare recruit, came out with Luffy Ace, I believe. So, 1 or 2 years ago. But yeah. Another team I've seen that is pretty good is B-Bros, Shanks Crew, and Doffy. I believe Shanks Crew and Doffy team. But it requires unevolved Shanks Crew. You can use a friend captain, but you might not have an unevolved Shanks Crew friend captain. Though I had a few on my list. I tried his team a couple of times, didn't find it to work. Another team would have been, another pretty good team was Imperio's V3 Relay team. That seemed like the friendliest option, because even though V3 Relay is quite a recent legend, probably past year I'd assume, he was like the only legend on that list. But talking about this team, it's very stally. There's a lot of times where you'll have to stall for specials and just use pinch healing and recovery orbs. Coliseum Jinbei is probably irreplaceable for this team because he completely removes damage threshold. Very useful since Rebecca's gonna put up a 99 turn damage threshold right now. I don't remember if I used Barto support here, but I really could have used it a bit earlier too. Like, or maybe not, because then pinch heal wouldn't activate, but then I could have more charge on my Barto special. There's a lot of things you just have to judge for yourself when you're doing this. Because you cannot follow completely, since I did use, this team requires recovery orb luck. Just consume recovery orbs whenever you can when you're stalling. Overall, this is not the best team to run. But it is the team I used to clear, so I'm just uploading it for reference.
何すんだ